Well, now let me ask you a question. Take a look at this program here. The question is, what is this program going to display when you run it? Is it going to display 100 or 200? So let me explain. The program starts with a local P and Q, and that defines a procedure P which browses 100, and then defines a procedure Q that calls P, and then it defines a local P inside the other one. It defines another procedure with the same identifier, P, which does browse 200, and then it finally calls Q. So the question is, what does this program display? Does it display 100 or 200? Notice the program uses procedures and not functions. In fact, the only difference between procedures and functions is that procedures don't return a result. You call them for the action that they do, or they might bind their arguments. So here we have procedures that do browse. So what does it display? Now, take a few seconds to think about it. Pause the video. Now, what did you come up with? Did you say 100 was displayed? Well, then you're right. So let me execute this. See, 100 is displayed. So how can we explain that this program displays 100 and not 200? Well, we can explain it through the rules of scope, static scope. So here's the program. And the question, what does it display? So in order to answer this question, you have to find out what is the scope of this purple occurrence of P. So remind you, the scope is the part of the program text where all occurrences of P refer to the same variable in memory. So what is the scope of this purple P? Well, it starts with the declaration. It actually goes up to the declaration of the other P, but since the other one is masking the first one, it doesn't go farther. And then it also has this little bit between the two ends. So if I make a diagram of that, this purple area here, which consists of two parts, is the scope of P. So inside this scope, where is the definition of P? Because this P, since it refers to the same variable, will refer to that definition. Well, this definition, the first one, is the one that's inside the scope. So that's the one that the P, the purple P inside of Q, is going to refer to. Notice when we call Q, the fact that there's another P here inside of the environment at the moment that we call Q has absolutely no effect on this. The P inside of Q here refers to the first definition.